Hello and welcome to my Let's Play of Star Trek Online. I'm BigB82 and this is part 103 of my TOS era tactical officer. We're about to undertake the penultimate mission in the Gamma Quadrant story arc, Tenebris Torquent, where we're going to go and investigate the Hur'Q homeworld of Hur'Q. So I'm going to howl for the mission and then let's get this show on the road.
Researchers led by my friend Dr. Bashir have isolated several fascinating aspects of Hur'Q biology. I'm told this data provides insight on their native environment, specifically a metallic planetoid orbiting a pulsar within a nebula. There's one system that meets these requirements, Hur'Q in the Gamma Quadrant. I'm going there to investigate along with Captain Kira in the Defiant. Dr. Bashir will accompany us as well. His insight will be critical to the mission's success. The doctor believes we'll find what we need to end this conflict on Hur'Q. If he's right, and he often is, I'm willing to travel to the heart of enemy territory. Won't you join us?
Well, it's not
Be seeing you. Hur'Q away. I have...
Oh, we've got a choice. Good morning. Oh, it's evening here in the UK, but hello there. Welcome. You just joined right at the start of the mission. Fly right to the start. I don't have chat on the PS4. Otherwise, condenses the screen down and it looks horrible. Something I hope PlayStation address for the PS5. Okay. Now, before we start this mission, you need to make sure. Oh, fuck's sake! Stop! You need to make sure that you have a EV suit, and I have them already here. So it's the 4 for my officers, and 1 for me. And let's begin. Tenebris Torquent. Pretty sure that's Latin. Yep. The dark twist or twisting or twisted darkness. You was Latin. Hur'Q. Home of the Hur'Q.
I have to say, the survey reports on this system really don't do it justice. The nebula, the pulsar, dark energy, and the Hur'Q homeworld.
I'm not reading any Hur'Q ships on the sensors.
Nor I. Isn't that strange? One would think they'd place a heavy guard on their home system. How peculiar. Let's use this opportunity to look around. Quietly, of course.
Agreed.
We're reading a number of interesting phenomena, despite interference from the nebula. Let's see. Plethora of heavy metallic compounds. A hotbed of tetryon and thermobaric energy throughout the nebula.
There's a moon nearby. Preliminary scans aren't showing much, but it's just the kind of place the Hur'Q would be using to hide a base. Or a fleet. I'd like to take a closer look.
Let's move in.
The pulsar's throwing off a lot of hazardous energy.
Most astute, Captain. Let's make the appropriate shield adjustments.
Scan the dead moon.
I don't like this. Scans are showing a lot of bare rock, but no metals or compounds. It's a lot like...
Like it's being completely stripped of anything remotely useful? The calling card of the Hur'Q, if I'm not mistaken. Perhaps we should send down a probe, just to be absolutely sure. There could be some Hur'Q down there, hidden by the nebula's effect on our sensors.
I'll send a probe then.
It's barely Class D. No metals, complex compounds, liquids, or atmosphere.
The interior is a complex maze of tunnels. Thousands of them.
This matches Hur'Q patterns we've seen elsewhere. They've been here.
Of course they've been here, Doctor. This is the
Probe is
homeworld.
online transmitting. Our science teams are taking a close look at the incoming data, but it doesn't look terribly promising. Shall we forge on? There's a lovely planet nearby, no doubt filled with a bounty of toxic rocks and metallic salts.
So of course for the planet. And the Doctor is supposed to be, Bashir is supposed to be genetically engineered to be smart, so than the average human, and he can't figure out that this is the Hur'Q homeworld. That we already know it's the Hur'Q homeworld, but
Entering scanning range now.
no, I thought I was going to hate this ship, but I'm actually going to like it.
These astronomic readings are strange. The planet has a highly eccentric orbit. Looks like it collects matter from the nebula as it sweeps around the pulsar, all while being bombarded with radiation. Definitely not habitable by most standards, though it's not quite demon class. An orbital period of several thousand years. That explains the Hur'Q life cycle. They must hibernate while the planet is at the far range of its orbit. This orbit coincides with the previous emergences of the Hur'Q. The 1,000-year cycle explains why they appear suddenly, then vanish just as quickly.
We're reading complex structures here, along with power systems and technology. This could be a base of operations for the Hur'Q. It appears to be deserted. Why don't we take a look around? This could be a prime opportunity.
Let's meet on the Defiant. We'll need to make some preparations before we send an away team down there.
Transport to the Defiant. This is where the
I've sent a
EV
team
suits
down
come
to
in.
establish a secure zone. They're ready for you, but you'll want to put on an EV suit before you beam down. We have some in that container for you to use. Once you're suited up, we'll beam you down to the secure zone. It's just below the planet's surface in a large cavern area.
Okay, but we're not going to nick theirs, we're going to use our own. Now, Dr. Bashir is a hologram, so he doesn't need one. Use my 23rd century one. Let's have a look. Radiation difference. No, I'll use a Federation one. Okay. You all look ridiculous, except for you. Okay, and it's activated. Okay, then, gentlemen and ladies. Been to the surface. This chamber appears to be a natural cavern, but readings show unusual energy and a lot of magnetized metals and salts not far from here. Some of the caves near here are a regular structure, like they were dug out rather than naturally occurring. Maybe the Hur'Q have something like an ant hive. Let's check with Kira's away team and see how they're progressing.
I should have a habitation area set up soon. We can replace the reducing atmosphere in this cavern with standard oxy-nitro, and warm things up a bit. Kane's keeping watch, and Weir is looking into other connected areas. We should have a perimeter field up within a few minutes.
Carry on, Williams. Nishimura.
Reading a lot of background radiation and some wild magnetic fields. It's like the pulsar and the nebula are supercharging the metallic crystal compounds here. The environment's very different from anything we consider a habitable planet. Explains why the Hur'Q are so alien. Quite a treasure for a geologist like myself.
The initial starting stories are different. The TOS era gets its own story arc that you can only do in the 23rd century, while the Discovery ones you can, well, they're actually next on the list, but after that, after you leave the initial 23rd century for both of them, you then join up with the normal 25th century Federation, and the stories are identically the same. The only minor difference is when you it's whether career choice you pick, so you get different story, you get different parts of a story or a mission. Say you're a science officer, or an engineer, or a tactical officer. But yeah, the TOS ones get more of a detailed story. The Romanins are the ones that really get a really big bulk of their own story. But I won't have it defined, but if you it's a mission journal. So the agency yesterday, these are all that's primarily only the that's only the TOS era. With the Discovery, you'll get your own missions as well as these four. But then as soon as you come up to get thrown into the 25th century, you start here, which welcome to Space Dock, and they're identical to the 25th century. But these are basically just tutorial missions. But welcome to Star Trek Online.
Everything's in order here. Define, do you still have a lock on us?
Affirmative. If you need transport, there may be a slight delay due to pulsar emissions.
I'm getting something odd on my tricorder. Up there!
Glad you're still with us. Whatever that was must have left you for dead. I'd get moving in case it comes back to make sure. Looks like you're in a series of tunnels that connect to a larger cavern. Garrick and Bashir are close to your position. They're moving into a large open chamber. Try to make your way to them. Be careful. Some of the crystal formations down there are emitting intense amounts of energy. We can't lock onto anyone with transporters, and the others are reporting the directed energy weapons won't work.
Understood, Captain.
This is Bashir. Garrick and I are alive, but we're a little lost.
Okay.
Keep moving. You should head up to another chamber.
Oh, well, I hope you
The
enjoy the
creature's
game.
in a passage near your location. Stay sharp.
The console
Garrick
versions
and I
are
are moving into a very large,
a lot
oblong
different from
chamber.
the
And here I was, hoping those
From the PC
cozy,
version.
cramped little tunnels would make an...
Looks like the door to the next chamber is locked.
Those readings you're getting from that crystal node are interesting. It's generating a localized magnetic field. Manipulating that field could cause a response similar to pushing a button or flicking a switch. I wonder, do you think Hur'Q can sense magnetic fields similar to sharks on Earth?
Yeah, there's quite a lot of content. Well, you got to think it's been around since 2010, so there is quite a lot, and some of it's gone as well. But they'll be bringing it back. It's like the whole section of what was the Klingon war for the Federation that was taken away, which is revolving around Muriel Paris, which was the and they are currently updating the Klingon stuff at the moment, so it's a good idea to start with a Klingon character if they've all been updated. So yeah, there is tons of content, and then you got all the all the end game stuff as well. Sure, the TFOs and the events that they keep doing every month. Currently running an event at the moment for a free Elachi combat pet. So let's stay on point, Doctor.
Yes, of course. I think you'll find a way to manipulate that magnetic field to open the door. The morphogenic crystals are probably the keys. So look for one nearby that has a similar output to the door node.
The readings I'm getting on that crystal are weak. It probably isn't usable. That one's got an odd harmonic. Doesn't seem to match the rest. That's the one you need. Use it to open that door.
Okay, you need to get ready to run. Okay, time for another cutscene. Run!
There's a deep crevice ahead of you. See if you can get across. Hazardous energy and anti-gravity ahead. Use your thrusters. Creatures turn back. You must not like anti-gravity.
Phew. Oh, the amount of times I failed that. It would be embarrassing to have found it on stream though, but you know, I have found it
Slow
off stream.
and steady, don't get lost. Try to head up when you can.
Falling off.
Garrick and I have a breathable atmosphere here. Everyone, try and reach our location.
Williams here. I'm stuck in some kind of tunnel maze. Not sure how to get out.
Ishimura here. My nav system's useless. I'll keep trying to find you all.
Receiving your transmission from the console. Analyzing now. There's a lot of historical data and cultural references in there. The short version, the Hur'Q used to be a peaceful species. There's talk of a great betrayal and some kind of epidemic. Then the entries just turn into gibberish.
Go that way.
This one looks like technical data. Interesting. None of their starships had weapons until 2,000 years ago. Their first designs were way ahead of most species at that time, though. Huh. How did they go from geniuses to the ravenous eating machines we're dealing with now? Kane, report. I just lost crewman Kane's vitals. Weir's comm signal is down, but he's still alive. Keep an eye out.
What have we got here? Nothing works in there.
Bashir and Garrick are just past this chamber.
Yeah, and grav just ran out.
We're picking up some interesting tech on sensors. Interesting and old. Very old. Most of it predates the Federation by several centuries. Are you reading those energy patterns on the other side of that opening? They're far more intricate than the others we've seen. We think there's some kind of ship ahead of you. It shows signs of damage. You might be in some sort of dry dock or repair facility. Interesting. There are large gaps in tech level between each section of the facility. It's as if the Hur'Q learn as they hibernate. They wake up with 1,000 years of advancements at hand and get ready to work.
Console looks like it could open the door here. I feel like Indiana Jones. Two or five. Hello. Good to see you, sir. We've got safe area set up. Garrick, Doctor?
A pleasure to see you. We'll need all the help we can get if we're to leave this world alive. To that end, the good doctor and I have started to make sense of our surroundings. We seem to be in some sort of Hur'Q command center. From here, we can begin to restore power in critical systems.
Hur'Q technology is driven by electromagnetic manipulation of morphogenic crystals. Doors, life support, everything, even their central computer. If we can find the right crystals, I can bring things back online. We can look for information on Hur'Q biology within their data system. We might even find a cure here. I found a little information. This planet used to be rich in a type of fungus. It thrived in the harshest of environments, even areas high in pulsar radiation. It used to be a staple of the Hur'Q diet until it disappeared from the ecosystem. Without it, the Hur'Q began to suffer from a severe type of malnutrition. It led to a number of neurological disorders, many of which we've seen firsthand.
Yeah, they kind of gone psychotic.
Based on these readings, there should be more data storage units in the tunnels beyond this chamber. They're the ones by the door with the blue glow rods. One more thing. Some parts of the tunnel still have malfunctioning gravity systems. You should be able to navigate through them, but the energy fields in there will nullify your weapons, so be careful.
I'll get you those storage crystals. Okay. Dr. Bashir's hologram. You might not be able to get that. Hello, and crewman Ishimura.
Oh, good. You made it. We were about to leave when... No! No!
What's going on? Ishimura's vitals just flatlined.
She looks like she's met an unfortunate end. It's like a bit like bloody aliens. Die, you fucker.
It moved away from you and shrouded itself.
Send your officer to me so that I can address any injuries.
Son of a bitch.
That covers the first peaceful meeting between the Hur'Q and the Founders over 3,000 years ago.
Yeah, we know about that one.
One of your officers has arrived here.
Okay, to Met. Oh, you fucker. Guess only protons don't seem to work on this son of a bitch. Have a face full of plasma then. Crowd and fuck off.
It moved away from you and shrouded itself.
Send your officer to me so that I can address any injuries.
Go on to Met. My least favourite part of this mission is facing that fucking thing. come up here in a minute. Because there is a... I'm supposed to find a body up there. That's the wrong way.
One of your officers has arrived here.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's definitely, I think the level designer definitely took some inspiration from the Aliens movies. It's Criminal Williams and Scavin, my chief engineer.
You're a sight for sore eyes. Let's get out of here before...
William!
Send your officer to me so that I can address any injuries.
No, Scavin, stay here, you. No, don't head back to the central area, you arse. Wait. Oh, you. No, fucking leave. Scavin, you're fired. I'm gonna demote him after this. Yeah, you like plasma, do you?
It moved away from you and shrouded itself.
The Hur'Q tried to synthesize the enzyme they needed for cognition, but failed.
I'm pretty sure you can't get up there. I tried. No.
One of your officers has arrived here.
Right.
That's Kane's helmet. I have a feeling we won't find the rest of him.
No. I'm suspecting you probably won't. I'm just gonna get the last storage because now that the Williams' body should be up there now. Supposed to be. Oh, yeah. Game over, man. Game over. Yeah, there you are. Definitely. Definitely the xenomorph. Yeah, there you are. There is your Aliens reference. Aliens. Okay. I knew his body was there. You have to go a certain way round to do it. So, but yeah.
My God, the enzyme the Hur'Q need is a precursor to ketracin.
Okay, fighting in an enclosed space with a giant monster. Okay. Yeah, it got me. It got me!
It moved away from you and shrouded itself.
Oh, .7, you are Cyphersaurus. Whew. Right, hold up. Let's go. Yeah, so that's how you get the accolade game over. That's the wrong way. So you have to go past this one and go into the second chamber, and then go up there, and then Williams's body will appear. But if you go up there before Williams is taken, and then he won't be there, and you won't get the accolade game over. Nothing down there. Okay. Now, before we speak with Dr. Bashir, let's take these environmental suits off. There would be a very good reason for that. Okay. Let's speak with Dr. Bashir.
Nicely done. We should be able to translate Hur'Q data files and run a detailed analysis of them at a greatly accelerated rate now. I have a good friend in Starfleet engineering that would love to spend some time with this technology. The Hur'Q have made some remarkable advances in their time.
I'm sure Chief O'Brien will most appreciate it.
Ah, the first results are in. Excellent. I have access to a few critical systems, including gravity and power generation. Bringing them online now. That should make things go a little smoother.
Indeed.
I'm getting some historical records now. Give me a moment to process it. This is not good. It's a record of the fall of the Hur'Q civilization at the hands of the Dominion. For some reason, the Dominion removed the fungus from the ecosystem during the Hur'Q hibernation cycle. Military conquest, most likely. This is what drove the Hur'Q to madness.
No, we went to in the previous episode, we went to a Hur'Q, we went to a Dominion research facility. They removed it to make them warriors. They were the precursors to the Jem'Hadar, and they rejected the white, or rejected it and went off on their own merry way. And then the Dominion realised they couldn't control them, so they decided to direct them to other people, and it was pretty much join us or we let the Hur'Q destroy you. Somebody has been missing out on morning briefings, Doctor.
It appears we have some uninvited guests.
Admiral?
You're a long way from Zenketh, Admiral.
Yes. To what do we owe the pleasure?
Ah, traveling incognito.
One of her many covert identities, I suspect.
This expedition of yours has gone on long enough.
Touched a nerve, have we?
You found a secret I've kept for millennia. Something I've kept from Odo and the Great Link.
The origin of the Hur'Q infestation.
And you're rolling it.
I needed soldiers to realize my dream of dominion. Enforcers willing to obey without question. Physically, the Hur'Q were perfect candidates. But their peaceful, free-thinking nature was an obstacle. In studying the Hur'Q biology, I found the key to their loyalty.
The Ketracel precursor.
Yes, I extracted it from their ecosystem. They had no choice. Obey or die.
I take it things didn't go according to plan.
No, they became savage, incoherent, volatile. With each cycle, the swarm grew larger, wilder. My ability to control them diminished. All I could do was point them in the direction of my enemies. I would let them rampage and await their eventual hibernation.
Cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war.
They were a failure, but they provided a gift. Ketracel, the gift that led to a more successful endeavor. The Gem Hadar.
I think I've heard enough. I knew you were involved in this somehow. You built an empire on slavery, and now it's all falling apart. When the Alliance learns about this...
But they won't. None of you are leaving this world alive.
You would kill another founder?
There were other founders who knew the truth once, like you. They did not want a dominion built on the backs of slaves. They tried to depose me, to expose the truth to the Link. They failed, and paid for their lack of vision.
The bad guys always say that.
Odo, this is getting out of hand.
Stop this now!
No, Odo. This is bigger than you. Bigger than us. The Dominion must endure.
I'm afraid I can't allow that.
What now?
You forced my hand. This is a modification of your own Hur'Q lure. As we speak, every Hur'Q in the Quadrant is homing in on the signal.
And you're calling them here? To their homeworld?
On the contrary, madam. I'm calling them to the Founder homeworld. Your chickens, as the humans say, are coming home to roost.
Insanity! We will...
Yeah, should be alright. Maybe not. Okay.
I think that's Hur'Q. Now that we have restored operations here, our ships will be able to lock onto us with transporters. I suggest we take advantage of this while we can.
Yeah, I don't particularly want to stay here anymore.
You did this? All of you? You killed a god? My god? My beautiful founder. Gone forever. I loved her so. And now you'll pay the price. Guards!
Enough, Wayun. All of you, stand down.
No! You betrayed her! And the Dominion! I will carry out her final order!
That founder is no more, Wayun. This founder has given you an order, and you will obey.
No! He is no founder! She was a founder! He is a traitor! Guards! Shoot to kill! All of them!
Belay that order.
What?
We do not serve you, Vorta. Where this founder leads, we will follow.
Thank you, my friend.
Fine. Then I'll do it myself.
Take Weyoun into custody and return to your ship. We have business at the homeworld to attend to.
In the background, my bridge officer's just playing with a dribble. It's ironically funny. Right.
Tell me, was it part of your plan to draw every Hur'Q in the sector to this system, Garrick? Because if it was, it worked with flying colors. We need to get out of here and fast. Our only hope is to punch a hole through the swarm so we can go to warp.
We're right behind you, Captain.
Try to hold them off. I'll see if I can arrange a distraction.
Please do. The distractions seem to be working really well at the moment, Garrick. Oh, quite out of there. Huh? Yeah. In fact, I always seem to like to say that. Oh, you will be paying for your lack of vigilance. Even the Emperor said that. That'd be like a bad guy cliche. Bar one is he's a much more character. And I'm a breeder. Oh, that was lucky, and Dreadnought just appeared.
I think we're in the clear. The Hur'Q have departed for the Founder homeworld. It will take them some time to reach even in the we should make the most of that time and bring an end to this madness. The information that the good doctor found should do just that. For now, let's return to our respective fleets and prepare for the next and hopefully final steps of this journey.
Thanks to Garrick, my homeworld is under siege. I realize there's not a lot of love lost to the Founders these days, but if the center of the Dominion falls to the Hur'Q, the rest of the galaxy will soon follow suit. If you're willing to stand with us one last time, assemble your forces and rendezvous with my fleet in the Gamma Quadrant. I hope to see you there before it's too late for all of us.
Yes, let's depart the system. The font looks like it's about to go bang there. To be continued. And that is indeed true. It will be continued. but not today. One hour mission is enough, I think. Nearly an hour. Anyway,
there's a certain poetic symmetry at play here. The Dominion are about to receive their comeuppance from one of the many species they've abused. Regrettably, we Cardassians have some experience in such matters. Of course, our work is just beginning. We need to formulate a cure for the Hur'Q before they devastate every system in the quadrant. Hopefully, we can achieve this lofty goal before they make a meal of the Dominion. Then again, science is often a lengthy, perilous process. I'm certainly glad to put Hur'Q behind me. Small, dark passages are not a passion of mine.
Yeah. So, we get a flare. It's unusable once. But that is the end of Tenebris Torquent. And when we return in part 104, we'll be doing the mission home. Which is not that one. Hello, Admiral Daverick. Yes, I will sort you out later.
It is good to see.
Yeah, well, we'll speak to you another time. But when we return in part 103... 104. Can't even read my bloody parts. 104, we'll be doing the mission home. And until then, I'm the Big B82. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, comments are appreciated. Also, do drop a thumbs up. And I will see you in part 104. Ciao for now.